Custom authentication in FlutterFlow. What it is and how to implement it. Hi, I'm Gaurav from KnowHow Academy. So we already know that FlutterFlow provides direct integration with Firebase that makes authentication very easy. But it also has another option which is known as custom authentication. So what if you don't want to use Firebase for authentication and use custom authentication? So FlutterFlow provides that option too. So before moving further, let me tell you what you will learn in this video. In this video, we will learn how to implement custom authentication in FlutterFlow. We will create an authentication API in Xano and implement it in our FlutterFlow. So let's start. First of all, in our Xano database, I will create a table and the table name will be user. I will click on add table and name the API group user API. After that, I will add a column. First will be name, which will be type text. There will be an email. Last one will be our password to store the password. So we have created our columns here. Now I will go to my settings and here I will turn my authentication on. It is enabled and click on save. After that, I will go to my API and here I will add an endpoint and select authentication. I will first select sign up and login, and the last one will be me. So before integrating in our FlutterFlow, we will test this API one by one. So first we will test our sign up API. The name will be user, email will be user@gmail.com and password will be user123. When I click on run, here we have gotten our authentication token in the success. So our sign up API is working. Then we will test our login. So I will enter my email user@gmail.com and password will be user123, and when I click on run, so I am getting an error unable to locate way.user.password. You might also get this error when using Xano. So to solve this, I will go here in my get record from user step, and in the output section, you need to add the password. After adding the password, click on save and then click on run, and now it's working perfectly. After that, I will click it on publish because for external use, we need to publish the changes. So we tested our API here and we got our token. Now in our last API, it is requesting for a token. So I will paste it here and click on run, and here I am getting all my data. So we have created our APIs and tested it in Xano. Now let's implement it in our FlutterFlow. So before implementing APIs in our FlutterFlow, we will go first in our data types and create a data type named user and add the field email of type string and use name of type string also. After that, I will go to my settings and in authentication, I will click enable and select the authentication custom, and I will turn on associate user data type. And here is our already selected data type. After that, I will go to my APIs and create API call. First one will be our login. So I will copy it here and paste it here and will name it login, and in the body will be JSON. I will paste it from our login. After that, I will create variables. First will be email and second one will be our password, and both will be of type string. After that, I will add them in our JSON body. Email will be email and password will be our password. Now when I click on add call, after that I will test it here entering the email and password, and after clicking on test, here we are getting our response. Now I will add this JSON path and will give it name token. After clicking save, I will add our another API which is our sign up. So I will copy the endpoint, again create API call of method post, paste it and will copy the name here and paste it in the name. We'll select the JSON and copy the reset JSON. We'll create the variable. So there are three variables now. First one is our name, second is our email, and last one is our password. Type string. After that, add it in our JSON. Click on add call, and here I will test it. I will add the name test. Email will be test@gmail.com and password will be test123. After clicking on test, here we also got our auth token. So we will copy it and paste it. Instead, we will use just name token and click on save. Now we have our auth token. So we have created our sign up and login. Now I will just go to my login page and set up our API. On tab API call login and select the variables email and password. Email will be our email widget. Password will be our password text field, and if it is succeeded, I will select auth login, and in our authentication token, I will add the action output, JSON body, predefined path, and token, and click on confirm. And in our false, I will show dialog error, and in the message, I will write something went wrong. Now for our sign up, let me change the button name. It will be sign up, and in button action, I will click add action, API call. This time it will be sign up, and now to set the variable, name will be our name widget, email widget, and last one is our password widget. After that, I will select auth, login, authentication, and here it will be our JSON body, predefined path, and token, and click on confirm. And in the false action, I will add another alert dialog, which will be error, and the message will be something went wrong. Now in our home page, I will add a row, and in my row, I will add a button. I will add 2 buttons here and add the spacing. Our first button will be our login, and the second one will be our sign up. And in our logged in page also, I will add a row, and in my row, I will add a button here. I will name it get data. Now we will add another API, the me API, and here I will click on create API call. It will be of type get. I will name it me. In the header, I will add authorization bearer, and in the square brackets, I will add auth token. And this auth token will be our query parameter from variable and create new of type string. After adding, I will test it by copying this. Here I will click paste and test it, and here I am getting my data, and I will add another JSON path which will be name result. So now after clicking get data, we will get our data. So first I will click on API call. This will be me, and variable will be our auth token, which will be our authentication token. On success, we will get alert, information dialog, title will be data, and message will be our result, predefined path and result. So now let's test it in our testing mode. So here in our testing mode, I will click on login. So I forgot to add the action here. I will go to my home page first. I will click on login, and here I will add action, navigate to login, and I will copy this action, and in the sign up I will add action. It will be sign up, and after that I will click on instant reload. Now I click on login, and here I will enter the email, which will be user@gmail.com, and my password is user123. Now when I click on login, so I have been logged in here, and here is our token in our debug panel. Now when I click on get data, so here I am getting all the data that is stored in my Xano database. As you can see here, user@gmail.com, and name is user. So in this video, we learned how to implement custom authentication in FlutterFlow. We created the users table in our Xano and created the APIs for our authentication. Also, we learned about auth token, how to use it in our FlutterFlow. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. So stay curious and keep learning.